Here we go. I'm going to get us all to start laying on our backs on the floor. Now, if you are somebody who is prone to neck pain, or when you lay down, your chin really feels like it's lifted up towards the ceiling, what you're going to want to do is find something small to pop under your head, like a folded up towel or maybe a small pillow in order to have your neck feel better. I'm just going to push my iPad back just so you guys can more easily see me. So we're on our backs and we're just going to take a moment and see if we can find neutral spine when we lay down. And what neutral spine is we're looking for the four curves of our spine that is ideal for shock absorption. Number one is your neck goes towards the ceiling. Number two is your rib cage goes down onto the floor. Number three is your low back is a curve up towards the ceiling that's between your belly button and your tailbone. And number four, of course, is that tailbone or sacrum area. Now, quite often, 2 and 3, rib cage and low back, get confused and we'll have too much of an arch in our back, or we will have a flat low back. We want to have that little curve that's enough that you could slide a silk scarf or a pencil under your back, kind of right at the waistband of your pants. And if the rib cage is lifting up, I want you to take an exhale that's kind of like a sigh and get those ribs to sink on down. Now, from here, we're going to connect into our Pilates breath. It's a 3-dimensional breath. You're going to inhale through your nose to expand your rib cage. And exhale through your mouth to contract through your rib cage. Of course, your ribs will come forward, but just for a moment, I want you to take your hands to the sides of your ribs. And as you inhale, can you feel them moving sideways into your hands? And as you exhale, can you feel them moving sideways towards the middle of your body? Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And now are the back of your ribs staying on the floor while you do that? And exhale through your mouth. Now we're going to go to imprint. I want you to imagine you're laying in memory foam. I want you to take your thumbs and put them on the low edge of your ribs above your belly button and take your fingertips and find the top of your pelvis with your fingertips. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale and you're going to draw your low back down towards the floor using your core. You'll feel your thumbs and your fingertips get closer together because those bones get closer together. And then you're going to inhale and release back to where you have a low back curve. You're going to exhale and flatten that low back. Bum is not part of this exercise. And inhale, release. Exhale, putting an impression into that memory foam with your low back. And inhale, come back to neutral. One more, exhale, imprint. And inhale, neutral. Now from here, we're going to go to a basic leg slide. Why don't you put your hands on your pelvis to feel whether or not it's moving for this exercise? You're going to take an inhale and you're going to exhale, slide one leg straight and try not to change where your pelvis is. And inhale, bend your leg. Now, the other thing we're thinking about as you exhale and slide that leg straight is that the back of the ribs aren't lifting. And inhale, bend. So you may notice as your leg straightens that your core has to do more the straighter your leg gets. Inhale, bend. 2 more here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Last one, exhale, straighten. And inhale, bend. Now let's go to the other side. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now, is this side easier to keep your back from arching? Or maybe the other side was, or maybe they're equal. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. One more here. Straighten. And bend. Now, From here, let's go to learning a bit about our shoulder girdle. We want it to be in neutral when we do Pilates as well. So I want you to just bring your hands up over your chest like you're holding a box with straight arms. I want you to draw your attention to your shoulder blades. They are that pork chop shaped bone on the back of your rib cage. And I want you to reach your fingertips forward towards the ceiling, holding that box, and feel the shoulder blades spread away from each other. And then draw the shoulder blades back down to the floor. That's neutral when they're on the floor. Bring your hands forward. This is called protraction. Keep your elbows straight and pull the shoulder blades back. Now, did your ribs lift when you did that? If they did, you pulled back too hard. Inhale forward. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades back. One more here. Inhale forward and exhale back. So that's a neutral shoulder. And we're going to see if we can keep that and keep our ribs neutral. You're going to take an inhale, exhale, reach both hands towards the floor above your head. And just like earlier, the further back your arms get, the more the core has to do. And then inhale, bring that imaginary box up in front of your chest. Exhale, reach back, keep the back of the ribs heavy, shoulder blades on the floor, and inhale forward. Now, as you reach back, if your arms are getting past your cheekbone, you've either lost neutral rib cage or neutral shoulder. So it's not about touching the floor above your head. Exhale, reach back. Inhale forward, one more here. Exhale, reach back. And inhale forward. We'll come back and explore our spine in neutral a little bit more later on. Let's do a warm up for your back. So I want you to come over onto your side and bend your knees and have them in front of you. Your underneath arm is going to support your head, or if that's uncomfortable on your shoulder, you can always have a pillow under your head. You want your head in alignment with your spine, so you're not letting that head rest down. Your top arm is going to be reached forward, shoulder distance off the floor in front of you. And you're going to tension your abdominals a bit in order to not let the body just relax down on the floor. This bottom side of the body, there's some tension in it. I think I'm going to have to peel a layer off so you guys can see my torso better. I want you to inhale, point that top hand at the ceiling. Turn to look at it out of your peripheral vision. Now exhale, turn your rib cage back. Keep reaching your knees forward as you turn your rib cage back. Take an inhale into the back of the ribs, and then exhale, come forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. As you turn back, you still want to see your hand. You want to feel that the knees are reaching forward. This is a back stretch, not a chest stretch. And come back to where you started. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs back. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward. One more like that. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn back. Inhale. And exhale, coming forward. Let's do a 2 breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. One more here. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Let's do this on the other side. And I'm going to peel this loose layer off as we go to the other side. So right underneath arm is going to support your head, or you got a pillow there. Your knees are bent. Notice the gap under my body. So I'm not relaxed. There's actually tension in the side of the body I'm laying on in order to get my spine parallel to the floor. Top arm is reach forward, shoulder distance off the floor in front of you. You're going to inhale, point that top hand at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs back as you keep reaching your knees forward. Inhale into the back of the ribs to give them a stretch, and exhale, coming forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs back. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn back. Are your knees still reaching forward as you turn back? Inhale, hold. And exhale forward. Let's make it a 2 breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. One more back. And forward. We're going to go onto our hands and knees for a cat stretch. When you get onto your hands and knees, you want to have your hands shoulder distance apart, your knees sit bone distance apart. Now, your sit bones are what ache when you ride a bicycle, and that is much narrower than the width of your shoulders. So right now, ideally, your knees are closer together than your hands are. The back of your head matches your shoulders. You have a little bit of tensioning in that abdominal wall. You're going to inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale, point your tail down towards the floor, scoop your back up towards the ceiling, making a shape like a letter C. Inhale, hold that, and exhale, flatten back out again. Take an inhale. Exhale, curling around, scoop your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, flattening back out again. Two more like this. Exhale, round. Are you using the back of your legs? They are part of what rounds you. Inhale. Exhale, flattening back out again. One more here. Pull that tailbone down towards the floor. Scoop your back up to the ceiling. Inhale, hold. And exhale, flatten. Let's do a 2 breath on this. Exhale, round. Inhale, flatten. Exhale, round. Inhale, flatten. One more here, round. And flatten. Now we're going to just do one more exercise here. I just want you to pull your tail to one side and then the other side. You're going to exhale as you pull your tail to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, tail to the other side. Now this is quite animalistic. It comes from a fascial workout that I teach. And so you're not trying to be super precise here. It should feel kind of flowy. Last side, let's go on to our back. And we're going to do an exercise where you lift your bum off of the floor. So, right, if you're somebody who likes something under your head, you're not going to want it here because it will cause you to force your collarbone into your throat, and that makes it hard to breathe. You want your legs bent, your feet within the width of your body. Ideally, they are sit bone distance apart because your hip joint and your sit bones are 100% in alignment in your body. Dressmakers do not know where our hips are. They measure the outside. Our hips are on the inside. So if your low back has been sore lately, if you're having any sort of disc issues, nerve issues like sciatica down your legs, you're going to want to keep your back straight for this exercise. Otherwise, we're going to articulate the spine one vertebra at a time. So you're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale, imprint, flattening that low back, then lift your bum up, roll on up onto your shoulder blades. Inhale at the top, and exhale, roll back down again, finding neutral at the bottom. Now, if that made your hamstring freak out, your inner thigh wasn't as big a part of this exercise as is ideal. So without moving your feet, I want you to pull your knees an inch closer together. Feel how the inner thigh gets more active. Take an inhale, exhale, imprint, roll on up onto your shoulder blades. Don't let those knees get further apart. Take an inhale, exhale, roll down. Keep that inner thigh active on the way down and release to neutral. We're doing 2 more of these. Take an inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Now remember, if your low back is sore, we're lifting up like a straight board. Inhale here. Exhale down. Don't let those knees get further apart. One more. Take an inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale at the top. And exhale, rolling back down again. Now, if you like something extra under your head, you're going to pop it under your head so that your neck and shoulders feel happier. Speaking of neck and shoulders, we're going to do a little bit of a warm up for our shoulders and stretch our chest a bit. So I want you to bend your elbows, bring your hands to the front of your shoulders. You're going to inhale, point your elbows up at the ceiling. Exhale, take your elbows sideways, feeling a stretch in that chest. Hopefully the ribs are still in neutral. Inhale, point those elbows up at the ceiling, and exhale, draw them down alongside your body. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbows sideways. Inhale, up to the ceiling, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, up. Exhale, sideways. Inhale up, exhale back down again. Two more of these. Inhale up. Exhale as you take the elbow sideways. Don't let the ribs above your belly button lift off the floor. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale down. One more here. Inhale up. Exhale sideways. Inhale up and exhale down. I just want you to straighten out your arms. Your palms could face down, up, sideways, whatever feels best on your shoulder. And we're going to go to a little warm up for our neck to teach our head where to be when we bend forward, lifting our head off the floor. We're not going to lift our head right now. You're going to keep it down and you're going to do a tiny little nod and release. Now, the importance of this nod is that you want to feel that your neck is slightly flattening or perhaps a sense of lengthening right at the base of your skull. Inhale, nod, exhale, release. So you're not jamming your chin into your chest. You're trying to keep the front of the throat quite open and reach the top of your head towards the wall above your head. Inhale, nod, exhale, release. Now, if we practice this nod, it starts to help stretch out stiffness in the back of the neck. It also teaches us how to have our head in the right place when we go to do exercises later on, when we lift our head off the floor. One more here, little nod and release. Now, we're going to go back to one more shoulder warm up. I want you to turn your palms inwards towards your body, lift your arms slightly off the floor, find a nice width in your collarbones where you feel your shoulder blades on the floor, right? Because remember, shoulder blades on the floor is neutral. Now we're going to do a shoulder shrug here. You're just going to slide your shoulders towards your ears and then slide your shoulders towards your heels. Inhale up towards your ears. Now slide those shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Inhale up. Now as you come down, you're going to feel a tensioning through that mid-back area. That tells you you're in neutral. Inhale up. Don't go so far down that you start to feel a tensioning across the top of the shoulders. You've gone past neutral then. One more. Inhale up and exhale down. Now here comes the fun part. We're working into the harder exercises. We're going to go to ab prep, which is an exercise that looks like a crunch, but it's not a crunch for a couple of different reasons. One, we're going to keep our low back curve. We're not going to flatten our low back as we do it. And two, we're going to use that little head nod we just practiced a moment ago. I'd like your hands behind your head for this exercise. And you want to have your elbows in the edge, like in your peripheral vision. So if you're looking straight up at the ceiling, ideally you can see your elbows quite easily. If you can't, you've dropped to a place where your shoulders and ribs are no longer in neutral. And I know we used to do our ab work down there, but guess what? Ain't great for the neck and shoulders. So I want you to sense the weight of your head in your hands. You're going to inhale, do that little nod we just practiced, then exhale, round up to look at your knees. Now, ideally, right around your bra line and below gets heavier into the floor. Take an inhale there. And exhale, come back down again. But we are not flattening that low back. Inhale, nod. Exhale, pull under the front of the ribs to curl up and look at your knees. Inhale into your back. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up to look at your knees. Inhale, is your bum doing something? Ideally, no. And exhale, back down again. Two more here. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. That inhale at the top is the hard part. Exhale, let's go up. Now try to breathe into your back on that inhale. And exhale, back down again. Good, rest. Part of the reason why we end up with low back pain, mid back pain, is we stop breathing into that mid back area, which is part of the reason why in Pilates, we teach people how to do that. We're going to come onto our front to do a little bit of breaststroke prep, which is basically the opposite action of what we just did. We're just going to do a little upper back extension. Our last exercise was upper back flexion. So I want you to come onto your front. And I want your hands beside your head with your forearms resting down on the floor. Now we got to find neutral laying on our front. So, right, you want to feel that you're resting on the middle of your breastbone, that the low ribs above your belly button are not pushing into the floor. You'll be on the tip of your nose, and ideally there's some tensioning in your abdominal wall, right? Another thing that you could do to help you be in neutral is you could tighten right where your thigh and your butt meet to help open the front of the hip a little bit, and that will help support that low back in this position as well, right? We don't want it to collapse towards the floor. Now, the first movement here is a shoulder blade movement. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Now, exhale, use those mid-back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Your low ribs are still on the floor. Take an inhale there and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, lift up. Now, as you lift up, keep the back of your neck long so you're looking at the floor and back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. One more of these. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale up. Now as you inhale, are you pushing your belly button out? Hopefully not. And back down again. We're going to do this on a 2 breath. So you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back as you lift up. And exhale, come down. Inhale, slide and lift. And exhale down. Just one more here. Inhale, slide and lift. And back down again. We're going to go to another arm position for this exercise. I want you to bring your arms alongside your body and turn your palms to face the ceiling. Your belly button is still in a little bit. You might be tightening right where your thigh and your butt meet. I call that your thut. Now, from here, you'll notice that your shoulders roll forward towards the floor. The first movement we're going to do is to fix that, and you're going to turn your palms inwards. So you're going to inhale, turn your palms inwards, and feel the front of the shoulders move away from the floor. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift up. Inhale into the back of the ribs, and exhale back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, extending up. Now, if this hurts your low back, you're lifting too high, and back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Just one more here. Inhale, turn those palms inwards. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And down. Last arm position, hands under your forehead. You're going to make sure there's still some tension in those abs. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your head away from your arms. Inhale, hold this. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. One more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. We're going to push back into our shell stretch. Shell stretch kind of looks like child's pose from yoga, but there's a big difference in it. And what you're going to do is, rather than trying to lay flat on your legs, you're trying to sit on your heels as much as possible. Your elbows are bent and you're rounding your back here. And you're going to breathe into your back. Now we can do a little gentle rock side to side. Here, either through your hips, your shoulders, or your head, to help unwind tension in the tissue, right? That's getting into that connective tissue and fascia and just unwinding it. If we're static, we don't, like just holding still, we don't get as much release there. So, right, it's time for the 100. If you've never done Pilates before, the 100 is the quintessential Pilates exercise in that there's a lot of complexity to it. And Joseph Pilates actually used this as a warm-up when he initially taught this work. But you have to think about that. That was 100 years ago. So we know more now. So we do a bigger warm-up. So what the 100 is remember that imprint we did earlier? We're going to do that, and then we're going to lift one leg up to tabletop, which is a right angle at your knee and your hip. Lift your other leg up to tabletop, curl up, do some arm pulses, inhale for 5, exhale for 5, and you're trying to keep the body still as you inhale for 5 and exhale for 5 in this position. Now, here's the fun thing. If your neck is sore today, you do not want to lift your head for this exercise. You can just do it with the legs up in tabletop. You're still going to get some core work there. Or if your low back is sore, you can keep your feet on the floor and curl up and do your 100 there. And if you're having a day where you just want to keep your head down and your feet down and just work on the breath pattern, great, you're still doing the 100. So what I want everybody to do is, if you are not already on your back, let's get on your back. If you feel like you might keep your head down and you like something under your head to help your neck and shoulders feel happier, pop it under your head right now. And then I want everybody to take a nice inhale, exhale, imprint, right? Creating that impression of our low back in the memory foam. And then you're going to inhale, lift one leg up to tabletop, exhale, lift the second leg up to tabletop. Squeeze your legs together. Now, if your low back is sore, your feet are still on the floor. You're going to inhale, nod, exhale, round up to look at your knees and go in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80. Are you still curled all the way up? Out, 2, 3, 4, 90. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Good. Put your head down, hug your knees into your chest. If that's not comfortable for you, you can put your feet down on the floor. And I'm going to get everybody to just do a gentle little rock of the knees side to side, either with your knees hugged into your chest or your feet down on the floor. One more nice deep breath here. And then we're going to do a little bit of half roll back. So I'm going to get you sat on up. Your legs are either going to be right tight together or slightly apart for this exercise. You're going to start with your hands on the front of your legs, and you're just going to slide your legs, hands down towards your ankles and round forward over your legs and go, okay, my back's kind of round. Take a breath or two here. It's not a bad place to give that back a stretch. And then we're going to try and make our back a little rounder. Now, if your neck is bugging you right now, you've hung your head too low. So get the back of your head matching the back of your shoulders. Now, if your body is right against your thighs, your back isn't round. So you're going to want to pull your pube bone towards your belly button, push out through the middle of the back of your ribs to make that shape like a letter C, and then float your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. You're going to keep this round shape in your back and rock back and forth on your bum, kind of like you're in a rocking chair. You're going to take an inhale and you're going to exhale, rock back on your bum and inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back and inhale, rock forward. Is your back still round? Ideally, when you're doing this exercise, you're feeling some work in the front of the body and perhaps some stretch in the back of the body. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. 2 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Last one. Rocking back and forward. We're going to go to a little bit of an exercise called spine twist. So you can sit either with your legs crossed. I'm up on a platform. I'm on a reformer, so I need to have my legs crossed in order to face you. But you could sit with your legs in a diamond shape or straight leg. I'm just facing you. I want you to take your hands and cross your hands over your chest. Oh, one more thing. Make sure you're sitting up straight. Now, from here, all you're going to do is exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. And this might be giving you a nice stretch in your back. That's why I thought I'd show you this version. And this might be enough for you today. Let's bring your hands into a platform. Bring that platform against your ribs above your belly button. So right against your body so you can feel where that rib cage is. Find the width in your collarbones. Find some tensioning in the core. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Maximum range of motion to one side is only 15 degrees. So if you're getting past that, you come out of neutral to get there, and that's not our goal. Our goal is to be in neutral, and you might be getting a stretch through that mid-back area as you do this exercise. Last arm position, you're gonna take your arms out to the side. Now, ideally, you can see your fingertips in your peripheral vision when you wiggle them. If you have your arms too far back, you won't be able to see them and see what just happened to my shoulders when I went back there. Yeah, I want a neutral shoulder. Same exercise. You're gonna take an inhale, exhale, turn. You can look at your back hand, inhale, center, exhale, turn, inhale, center. And of course, our shoulders are not up in our ears because that's uncomfortable. One more to each side here. And then we're going to go to a little bit of spine stretch forward. Now, for folks who've done Pilates with me for a while, if you know rolling like a ball and feel like doing it right now, go ahead, have a good time. But I'm going to talk through this because it's a gentler place and it's a damp morning today. So I want your legs bent, either in the diamond shape or straight leg for this. Back is straight. Imagine your head is against the wall behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, start with your head and round forward, pulling your belly button in. Now you're trying to get the top of your forehead to your knees. Inhale into your back and exhale all the way back up again. Take an inhale. Exhale, start with your head, round forward, scoop your belly button in. Inhale into your back. Exhale, back up again. Two more like this. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale back up again. One more. Exhale as you go down. Inhale. And exhale back up again. Let's make it a 2 breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more down. And up. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. Now, when you bend forward, you're not reaching down to your feet, you're going over top of them. You're going to exhale round and inhale up. Exhale round. Inhale up. 2 more round and up. Last one round and up. Let's go onto our backs and do a little bit of oblique work here. I want you to take your hands behind your head. I want your elbows in your peripheral vision again. Now, if you want to make this exercise hard for yourself this morning, imprint and lift your legs to tabletop. I'm leaving mine down. Find your core. Inhale, nod, exhale, round up to look at your knees. Inhale here. Now exhale, rotate. When you come center, stay high. Other side, center, and back down again. Exhale, curl up. Now, when you rotate, you're going to take your shoulder, opposite shoulder to knee, and then opposite shoulder to knee, and come back down again. So you're always going to look at your knees. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, rotate. So if you're seeing the sidewall of your room, your back is flattened slightly, and we're trying not to do that. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, back down again. One more here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. From here, we're just going to go to another version of obliques. So we just rotated. This time, we're going to side bend. We're going to do it in that same position, laying on your back. So hands are behind your head, legs are bent, or in tabletop. And remember, you want to find that imprint if you're going to take your legs up. And we're trying not to move our pelvis in this exercise. You're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up to look at your legs. Inhale here, and exhale, find the muscles on the side of your waist to pull you sideways. Inhale, center. Other side, inhale, center, and exhale back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. then the other side, and back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Other side. And back down again. Two more here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Feel the muscle on your side of your waist. Pull you sideways. Then the other side. And back down again. One more here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Other side. And back down again. Good. Rest. We're going to go to a little bit of shoulder bridge. So if you have something extra under your head, get rid of it, because once again, we're going to be lifting our butt off of the floor. Your legs are bent, feet are ideally sit bone distance apart, which for all of us is about 5 inches. Back's in neutral. You're going to find the width in your collarbones. Take an inhale. Exhale, tighten your bum, lift up till the front of your hip is flat. Inhale here, exhale back down again. Now, ideally, you're getting a bit of a release in the front of the hips when you do this. If you're not, you might be arching your back. Take an inhale, exhale, lift up. So when I'm at the top, I'm pulling my pubic bone towards my belly button a bit, and I'm keeping my ribs closed. I'm not in this arched position. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Now, right, remember, just like the earlier exercise, if your hamstrings are freaking out, you got to get a little bit more inner thigh activity, that idea of keeping your knees an inch closer together. We're going to add on to this. So take an inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, drop your bum down a little bit, and then exhale, lift 1, 2, 3 times to get yourself all the way back up to the top. Take an inhale and exhale, put your bum down. Take an inhale, exhale, lift all the way up to the top. Inhale, release your bum down a little bit, and then we're doing 3 little steps to go all the way back up to the top. Inhale, hold, bum is squeezing hard. Exhale, back down again, 1 more. Take an inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, drop slightly and lift 1, 2, 3 times. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Now, we got to do a little bit more work laying on our front before we're done. So let's come down onto our bellies and bring our hands under our forehead. Now, for those of you who your hamstrings are unhappy, your legs are straight right now, that should help them feel a little bit better. I want you to bring your hands under your forehead. And the reason they get unhappy, they just got to get stronger. Just going to move a little bit further this way so you can see my legs a little better. So hands are under your forehead to give you space to breathe. You're resting on the middle of your breastbone. You have a little bit of tightening in your abdominals. Now we're going to make those butts even stronger. What I want you to do right now is find your thigh, where your thigh and your butt meet. Use that to pull your pubic bone forward towards the floor a bit. Feel how that puts pressure of the upper thigh into the floor. You're going to keep that as you do this exercise, because we're trying not to twist the pelvis. We're trying to get glute engagement super accurate for lifting your leg backwards in space. You're going to inhale, squeeze your bum even harder. You're going to exhale, keep your legs straight and lift 1 just barely off the floor. Inhale, hold that, and exhale back down again. Inhale, squeeze your bum. Exhale, lift up. Are your shoulders still out of your ears? And exhale back down again. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Right? We don't have to lift high to get that bum working, and come back down again. Now let's do the other side. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Does this side feel the same as the other? And down. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and down. Good, rest. Rock your hips side to side just to help the tension diminish a bit, because ideally our body knows how to have tension when we need it and have softness when we need it. Now we're going to see whether or not we can get the same butt engagement, but on a 2 breath. So, right, you're going to tighten your abs a little bit, pull that pubic bone forward to help support that low back. Inhale, squeeze your bum. Exhale, lift 1 leg. Inhale, down. Same leg, lift. and down. Are you getting the same glute engagement as you did on the fore breath? And down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. One more here. Lift and down. Other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Keep squeezing that bum. Lift and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Two more. Lift and down. Last one. Lift and down. And relax and rock your hips side to side. And let's just push back into our shell stretch, sitting back over those heels, rounding out your back. And, right, you can play with a little side to side shift here, either through your hips, your shoulders, or your head, or maybe all three. We'll do one more breath here. And I'm going to get you to sit. Actually, let's do just a tiny bit of side leg work. So let's pop onto our side. Straight line from your head to your feet. Now, just like earlier with our side lying, we're not collapsed down. We have some tension in the side of the body you're laying on. You want to feel like your hips are stacked, so you're going to be on this bony thing that does not feel comfortable on the other side. That's part of your thigh bone. If you're having a hard time balancing on your side, take your fingertips and put them on the floor. Don't put your palm down. See what that just did to my shoulder. Now, right, there's tension here. You're just going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Lift up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Inhale as you lift up, exhale as you come down. I know that's a weird breath pattern, but when we get into further into this work, it makes more sense. And back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more lift. And down. We're going to go to a little bit of clamshell here. So I want you to bend your knees, have your feet in alignment with your seat. If your shoulder will comfortably let you hold onto your pelvis with your thumb behind, right, what we think of as our hip, it'll help you feel whether or not that pelvis is moving, or try not to. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale, open your top knee. Inhale, close it. Now, if you can't have your hand on your top hip, just really pay attention to the weight on the outside of that bottom leg as you do the lift. Don't go so far back that you start to come off it. Exhale, open, because that means your pelvis is moving to lift your knee. That's not what we're looking for. Two more here, open and close. Last one, open and close. Good. We're going to do this on the other side. So, straight line from your head to your feet. Hips are stacked. Head is in alignment with the spine. Fingertips down with the hand close to your body to help you balance. Lift your top leg up. Flex your foot. Bring it down. Point your foot. Lift up. Flex your foot. Bring it down. Point your foot. Inhale to go up. And exhale to come down. Inhale to go up. And exhale to come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Two more up and down. Last one up and down. A little bit of clamshell, so let's bend those knees. Bring your hand to your top hip if your shoulder is okay with that. But if it's not, it can be down here. Take an inhale. Exhale, open that top knee. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Now remember, we're trying not to roll the pelvis back. So if you don't have your hand on your hip, really pay attention to the outside, the weight on the outside of that bottom thigh. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Just two more here, guys. Open and close. Last one, open and close. We're going to go onto our back to do a little bit of a release for our hips. So, right, if you like something extra under your head, pop it under your head. Have your feet the width of your mat if you're on a mat. And if you're not on a mat, you have a good idea how wide they are. And then you're just going to let one knee drop into the middle, pick it up. Other knee drops into the middle, picks it up. Now, I'm not worried about trying to be in neutral here. My body can roll, but what I'm really working on, the only thing I'm working on not really moving, is the leg that ideally isn't moving, right? I'm not letting it drop to the side as that knee drops to the middle, because that would be a different exercise. One more to each side here. And we're just going to finish off with a little bit of mermaid. I want you sitting up again, please. Now from here, where we want to be is either with crossed legs, or you could do diamond legs, or if your hips aren't comfortable with either of those, you could have straight legs and have them further apart, because we're going to side bend and it helps you not tip over. You're going to have your hands beside you, little tension in the core, nice width in the collarbones. You're going to inhale, lift one arm up to the ceiling. Now exhale, start with your head side bend, keep both sit bones down. Inhale, stack your spine up, and exhale, take your arm down. Inhale, lift your other arm to the ceiling. Exhale, it's like you go water in your ear, drop it out, side bend. Inhale up, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Just one more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend, or both sit bones down, stacking up bottom to top, and release. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. So I'm going to say thank you for joining me for Pilates today. And I'm just working at stopping that.